two games that have ended on a walk-off field goal, and they were both kicked by the same kicker.
Yeah, Adam Vinatieri.
That's crazy. It's only happened twice out of
Yeah, he did it
56 Super
against
Bowls.
he did it against the Panthers and he did it against the Rams.
Yep. So that's something, most Super Bowls are blowouts, but you don't really realize that until you actually like dig into it.
Yeah,
Um,
a lot of I think the most lopsided decade for Super Bowls, and both of y'all better not say shit, but it's the 80s because my Broncos went to with the I wasn't born yet, but my Broncos went to I think they went to 3 or 4 in the 80s and they got their asses blown out every time.
well, it's because they were always undermanned, dude.
I know all we had was John Elway. That's about it. But yeah,
Yep, just John
80s
Elway.
had some pretty bad Super Bowls.
Anyways, yes, 80s. Well, even the 2000s, not a lot. You know,
No, it was only two in the 2000s. Remember
the
actually three.
Raiders, the Raiders
The
got
Raiders
blown
got the
out.
shit beat out. I love that Super Bowl. The Raiders got the shit beat out of them by the Buccaneers.
The Giants got the shit beat out of them by the Ravens.
The Ravens killed the Giants. I think the only touchdown they scored in that game was on a kickoff return. I think.
And that was
The,
that was one of
the
the worst Super
Giants.
Bowls I've ever watched, dude.
Yeah,
Insane.
and my Broncos got they shit pushed in by the Legion of Boom.
Yep. That was I made a lot of money on that Super Bowl, dude.
I don't care.
Because well, dude, that was such a beautiful Super Bowl because at the time I lived in the Bay and remember the Seahawks beat the Niners. So all the Niners fans were like, "Oh, like the Seahawks are going to lose ball." I was like, "All right, let's line it up. Let's do this." Anyways, sorry, Verv, I didn't want to rub that in.
It's fine. Remember what happened to your Cardinals? That's worse. I'd rather give my team get their ass handed to them than lose like that.
Yeah, but I mean, like at the same time, like I thought we were gonna get blown out anyways. So the fact that
Nah,
we
y'all
were
wasn't getting blown out. Y'all was a damn good team that year.
the fact we were in that game was pretty surprising. In my, we were a good
Y'all,
team, but like that was a surprise Super Bowl run. No one had us winning.
yeah, and y'all
going to the Super
arguably
Bowl.
had one of the best defensive players in the league that year. Darnell Dockett was a monster that year.
So was Adrian Wilson.
Yeah, he was nice too. I
Problem
think he's
was,
coaching now.
he's a GM or not GM, but he's an executive with the Cardinals.
Oh, okay.
I think he's the director of player personnel is his official title. Anyways, got some good beer. Ben and I kind of surprisingly didn't even talk about it, but kind of got a theme
This
going
shit
on.
is just the strongest beer. McDonald's Coke is the strongest Coke on the planet Earth.
Oh my god, that's the best Coke
You know why, right?
Yeah, because they use extra syrup.
No, they got the original contract with McDonald's. So everybody else Coke gets delivered in like plastic, whatever containers. They should get delivered in a metal container. So it keeps it's for pressure and whatever. It's the best way to ship, and only McDonald's gets that from Coca-Cola. Everybody else get the regular delivery.
Come to Taproom Sports for
The more you know, yeah.
for the beer and the sports, and stay for some Coke knowledge. Nice, man. What are you sipping on,
no
Ben?
fucking idea on that. Huh.
What are you sipping on?
I'm going with a Great Notion today. So super stoked. The other night went to the old stomping ground back down in San Jose, and they had like 5 or 6 Great Notions. So I've got Great Notions lined up for like the whole week.
Hell
So
yeah.
we're going with a tart ale tonight called Strawberry Shortcake. It's a 6%er. Yeah, got strawberry and other natural flavors. Absolutely, like Great Notion is fucking great with their can art, and
Yeah, their can art's always dope.
Yeah, this one is just as good. So
Love it.
Yeah, Great Notion out of Portland,
Oregon.
There we go.
Nice, man.
And you got a strawberry one too?
Yes, I do. I'm drinking the Strawberry Shortcake Slang du Jour Sour a la Mode from Drecker Brewing Company. Drecker is based out of where are they based out of again? I think it's Delaware. It could be
or Iowa, one of the two.
Fargo, North Dakota. not even close.
Fucking weird place, but
Drecker is awesome though. But this is it's a pale 2 foam row carafoam wheat, Magnum hops, It does have lactose. Sorry, Ben, so you wouldn't be able to sip on this one. But it has a strawberry shortcake, vanilla soft serve ice cream in it.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So, I mean, you could definitely, like, the first taste, you definitely get, like, a strawberry shortcake kind of taste in it. It's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So, I'm very much looking forward to drinking this one. Everybody make sure to go to Tavour.com. You can actually find Drecker on Tavour as well. Tavour.com, or download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device. Use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. That's craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even gotta leave your seat.
Yep. Great Notions on there too.
Yeah, there is a lot of Great Notion beers on there too. So go do that. We're giving you 2 free beers. Just use promo code TAPROOM. You help us out. We help you out. Let's go. Let's ride. Anyways, let's hop into the Super Bowl. So since we spoke last, what was it, Tuesday, 0 line movement, still at 1.5. The totals kind of fluctuated, you know, went up to 51, came back down to 50, has gone back up to, like, it's kind of settled at 50.5 now, depending on the book, but it's kind of been bouncing around. One thing I have noticed, though, is that Chiefs money line has gone significantly down. It was at, like, plus 125, I think, when we first talked about the game on the Sunday when it opened. Now it's basically like even money, plus 100, you know, plus 105, depending on the book. So we are seeing some money come in on Chiefs money line. So it looks like bettors are going away from the plus 1.5 and kind of just riding with the Chiefs money line. So something interesting to look at. Now we're gonna be diving into props in this game, but before we do, I just want to ask you guys as like your opinion on the game and the side or the total. Kind of have you fluctuated? Do you have a side you like? Do you have a total you like? Where are we at as of Sunday night before the Super Bowl?
One thing I've definitely learned is how much Philly fans are bitches. Oh my god, they are nonstop complaining about this, like how fucking amazing this team is. And yeah, they're good, but I'm not. Like, this is no fucking super team here. But you know, I'm pretty close to, you know, the same, you know, same of where I'm sitting. I think this over under is really high. I think with the 2 defenses that we've seen, you know, you've got Kansas City only allowing, what is it, 20 points, you know, in the playoffs so far against, you know, 2 teams that put up a lot of points. And then you've got, you know, Philly, who was only allowing 7. You know, Kansas City's definitely going to be putting up more than 7 points, especially because their offense is a hell of a lot better than the New York Giants quarterbackless, you know, Niner team. And like, so I think they're going to allow points there, but we can't deny that both these teams have good, well, one of these teams has a good defense. The other one has a decent defense.
I'd say the Eagles have a great defense.
Yeah.
I would say that the Chiefs have a very underrated defensive line. And then aside from that, it's kind of a lot of question marks because they have a lot of young guys, dude. That's the problem. But I do think that I don't think people realize how good the Chiefs defensive line is. I mean, they're number 2 in adjusted sack rate in the NFL this year.
And they got 2 really good linebackers too. So
yeah, and I don't think people realize how good Chris Jones is. I think aside from Aaron Donald, he's probably the second best defensive lineman.
Yeah, and it's been that way for a while. If you know, Aaron Donald is Aaron Donald, but if you watch the Chiefs, especially if you're if you're a fan of an AFC team, especially an AFC West team, when you watch Chris Jones, that dude is as good as it gets outside of number 99 that plays for the Rams.
Yep.
Yeah, and Quentin Williams is putting himself in that class too.
Yeah, he's getting up there too. But that's one thing I've noticed, like listening to other media throughout the week, is like everyone's quick to talk about the front you know, the line, the O line and the D line play of the Eagles, which is phenomenal, dude. Like probably the best O line and defensive line left in the NFL. Obviously, there's only 2 teams.
Yeah, they deep, they talented, they rotate guys, they keep people fresh. But like you said, that Chiefs defense, that D line got some dogs on it.
Yeah, and I mean, like, dude, they shut the Bengals down basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Frank Clark, George Karlaftis, the dude that played Nandi. I think his name is Nandi. I forgot his first name. I think his last name is Nandi. 91 that plays next to Chris Jones.
Yep.
He's a monster in the run game, and he collapses the pocket pretty damn well, rushing the passer too.
Yep.
So it's gonna be a battle of wills. And hands down, this is gonna be the best O line that the Eagles can have played against the whole playoff. So I don't think Hassan Riddick might make an impact on the game, but I don't think he's gonna wreck the game like he did against the Eagles and the what the hell, the Niners and
the Giants.
The Giants.
Yeah, my one concern is that I do think that, you know, Tooney's been great for the Chiefs on the O line. I do think that, you know, Orlando Brown hasn't really played up to his potential. He kind of got pushed around by the Bengals, dude. You know what I mean? So, and the Bengals have a great defensive line too. Like, if we're keeping it 100,
Yeah,
but
they got Hendrickson and the other dude,
Asai,
mm-hmm.
who made a boneheaded play and cost his team the game.
Yeah.
But you know, the reason why I wanted to touch on the game first is because when you dive into these props, like before you put bets out on props, you kind of want to have, you know, a sense of where you're leaning, where the game's going, because if that's how you're gonna dictate what kind of props you're gonna play. You know what I mean? Like, if you think this is gonna be a high scoring game, and you know, then obviously you're gonna take a lot of overs with props, right? If you think it's gonna be a low scoring game, you're probably gonna take a lot of unders. If you think it's gonna be a blowout for one side, you know, you're probably going to take the other quarterback passing because they're going to be having to throw the ball all over the field, right? So I think it's really important before you make these prop bets to understand what side you like and how you think the game is going to play out. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to be right. You know, we're not always right 100%, but that's the best way to put your props, because you don't want to contradict yourself when playing props, or else you're just putting yourself in a fucking hole. You know what I mean? You're going to make fucking 35 bets and you're going to go, you know, you're going to go 18 and 17 or 17 and 18 or 12 and 23, or be like, how did I lose money, dude? You know what I mean? So just think about that. There is a lot of ways to make money. We're going to dive into player props on Tuesday very heavily, which I hope a lot of lines don't move, because I have a couple player props I absolutely love. So I'm praying they don't move that much. But let's hop into some other props that can certainly win some money on. Let's start with the coin toss, since that's the first thing of the game. Or should we start with the national anthem, since technically that's the first thing of the game? So in Vegas, you can't really get national anthem odds because Gaming Commission doesn't support it. But offshore, out of state, FanDuel, DraftKings, you can get the national anthem time, which last year was pretty controversial, if you remember, because somebody stood outside the stadium and video recorded. It was her that did it, right? She sang the national anthem, her?
Yeah.
Someone stood outside and video recorded it, and then the books ended up taking it down. But Chris Stapleton's going to be singing the national anthem this year, and the over-under is 2 minutes and 3 seconds. It's juice to the over, so over minus 180, under plus 104.
Because average time on Super Bowl national anthems is 1:56. Stapleton is a country singer, so it is going to be probably a little bit longer.
Yeah, you know, you know he gonna be all into this, dude. You know what I mean? Like, he's been waiting for this moment. The numbers are telling he was probably going over at minus 180. I have no idea who Chris Stapleton is, so
I only know him because he did that one song with Justin Timberlake.
What song did he do with JT?
It's called Stapleton.
Is he a country artist?
Yeah, he's a country artist.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the dude that was on
Say Something?
Pivot?
So we know you like him.
Say Something?
Oh, Say Something? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So do we?
That's a 6.5 minute song.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is gonna go over.
But
But
he got hella views on YouTube.
everyone thinks it's gonna go over, and watch this shit go under, dude.
Yeah, he's gonna go straight through it.
Nah, I think it goes over. I think it goes over 2 minutes and 3 seconds.
I mean that adds what 7 seconds to the
average.
The average, yeah.
Last year, her went under, right?
Yes, I think it was under.
It's crazy. What do you guys like? Over or under?
I'd probably go over here. He's a country singer. It's gonna drag out a little bit.
With his twang, with his country twang.
Yep, he'll probably be playing the guitar up there as well.
Yeah. What do you think, Irv? We know you love country music. What's your take?
Do you really like country music?
Yeah, dude, look at him. You ever heard Hootie and the Blowfish?
Who the hell is that?
That's Earth's favorite band, bro. What's the
I've
lead
never
singer's
heard
name,
of that
Ben?
band in my life.
You've never One Headlight?
No.
Oh my god.
Bro, y'all, I grew up in South Central. This is not.
You never heard that song? I never want to be with you.
Oh, I'm just fucking with you. I know who Hootie and the Blowfish is. I didn't grow up under a fucking rock. Oh man, that's so been on so many damn movies. Even if you did know Hootie and the Blowfish,
yeah, now you definitely know that song. What's the dude's name though? What's his name? Because he ended up being a country singer after that. What's Hootie's? What? I know his name.
They should bring that dude back that used to sing the Monday night thing and let him sing the national anthem.
Is he alive?
Yeah. No, I remember they kicked his ass off to what's name because he said that crazy shit about Obama. I forgot his name.
Darius Rucker.
Darius Rucker, dude. That's what it is.
Yeah. Then he apologized and they brought him back. I forgot what year it was. They brought him back for like a special.
That's hella funny. Of course, the dude was racist. We already knew that though.
Yeah, he's a country singer like Kid Rock.
So what are you going over or under Chris Stapleton on the national anthem? Or
over? You always play it safe and take the over. And with me, every time I bet an under, it never fucking hits. So I'm never betting the under again in my life.
Oh, dude, I feel like under is always the way to go because everybody bets overs because everybody wants to see more points and shit.
I'm cursed when it comes to unders.
The only thing
only under I've like remember winning like recently is I don't know why I just bet the under in one of those hockey games and it hit.
Huh.
All the rest of them went over.
He said I just randomly bet an under. That's always good advice right there.
You never bet an under in basketball though.
Well, actually, a lot of unders have been hitting lately because the market's like totally over
they have, but not NFL. I'm not NBA.
Nah, dude,
you hit the one under that could have hit because there were 10 goals in the Pacific Central. There were 16 in the Metro Atlantic, and then there were 12 in the Central Atlantic game.
That's insane, dude.
Yep.
I did not watch that.
Neither did I.
I think a year ago, the final score was like 12-8 or some shit like that, or 16 or something. It was something crazy.
That's like not even. See, that's the thing with these all-star games, dude.
No, it's 3-on-3 though. It's different. It's not 5-on-5.
I know, but like, I don't know, dude. Like, it's just.
It's like a showcase, bro. It's not what we used to or what we're accustomed to.
Yeah, but I mean, even at the same time, like, I hate these division on division.
Yeah, that's
games.
Yeah.
Just not.
I think the best All-Star game right now is the NBA All-Star game.
No,
and it's been that
not even close, dude. It's Major League Baseball, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about Major League Baseball.
That's like the only competitive All-Star game that is left,
true.
dude.
But them years I used to do the tie or the winner gets home field advantage and what the hell was that commissioner thinking? Buzz Selig, bro, that was one of the most terrible decisions ever.
Ever, dude. Ever. It costs people World Series probably too.
You know, and it helped the Giants win them too. That's why I really didn't like that shit.
Well, the American League like wins the All-Star game every year.
No, not the years the Giants won it.
I mean, I
That's
don't
what
know off
one
the top of
year.
my
No,
head.
1 year they was on the road when they beat Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember that 1 year where they decided to make that rule where in the opening series, the division round, where they do the favorite team, right? The higher seed went on the road for the first 2 games, and then they had the three remaining games at home. Remember that shit?
Yep.
That was terrible.
The A's had to go to Detroit and face Verlander and Scherzer at home as a higher seed. It was like, yeah, this is awesome, dude. Thank you.
Or that year that he called the game and wouldn't let it go to extra innings in the All-Star game. Fans almost rioted. They started throwing beers and shit. That shit was crazy.
Hey, you can't end the game in a tie, bro. That's not American. That's like the least American
and
thing
I remember
in the
it too
world.
because Barry Bonds was coming up to bat and he called the game.
It's ridiculous. All right, let's move on to the coin toss. So heads or tails, -105 each way. DraftKings, if you have access to DraftKings, you can get +100 both ways, which is definitely the best way to go. Tails leads overall 29 and 27. The winner of the coin toss is 25 and 29 overall. So the team that wins the coin toss loses a lot. Tails is 6 out of 10 the last 10 years, but heads is 1 the last 2 and 4 of the last 5.
Yep.
Well, I'm a two-face kind of guy, so give me heads.
Herb's on heads. What do you think, Ben?
I'm gonna go with tails. I think it's I think just I mean, if you look at it, out of 10, heads is hit 2, 4, 5 times. I mean, out of 10, it's 50-50, but out of 5, it's super swayed towards head, and you gotta even out. So I'm gonna go with tails.
Yeah, I like tails here too. I had heads last year, hit it. But for the last 5, you flip a coin 10 times, you're likely gonna hit 50-50. So I'm with you, dude. I like tails on the coin toss.
But there have been a lot of runs. Like, there's
4 of the last 5 is a pretty heavy run, Ben.
Yeah, I know, but like tails hit 4 years in a row, and then prior to that, head hits 5 years in a row.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty crazy. I mean, obviously, it's a coin flip anyway, so you might as well just flip a coin and choose it. You know what I mean? Like, we can handicap this any way we want. At the end of the day, it is literally a coin flip. We don't know the weight of the coin. You know what I'm saying? We don't know any of that. And even if we did, I don't know how to fucking. That's math beyond me.
There we go. Look who's the head referee and his stats on his flips.
Shit, I don't even know if they keep someone probably does keep it.
Oh, I'm sure they keep this.
All right, so Chiefs to win -105, Eagles -105.
To win the coin toss?
Yeah.
Oh.
The Chiefs are the away team, I believe, so I think that they will be
calling it. Yeah, because they was both number 1 seeds, but I think the Eagles had a better record.
Well, because the Eagles are wearing green.
Plus the Chiefs wearing white. So, shit, it's a coin flip. So hey, just fuck it. Chiefs. I'm gonna ride with the Chiefs.
Ben, go Philly because they're gonna lose the game.
I was gonna ask you guys. All right, so the team that loses, do you just live bet the other team right away?
Yeah. Yes, you do, because it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's been 9 years since
the Seattle Seahawks were the last team, right?
Yep, Seattle and then Baltimore right after that.
Yeah,
it happened a lot more previously, but the last 9, it's gone the other way.
I don't know if there's much correlation to that, like scientifically, you know what I mean? But
well, out of the 56, just 25 teams who have won the coin flip and the game.
25 out of 56, yeah. So they're 25 and 29.
Yeah.
I mean, they're almost 500. They're not. I mean, they're under 500, but it is pretty crazy.
25 and 31, yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles too, because I think Mahomes is gonna call heads and it's gonna be tails.
There we go.
or the Chiefs. I think whoever the Chiefs are, I think they're gonna call heads. I think it's gonna be tails. So I'm gonna pick the Eagles to win it. All right. So here's another one. Team calling the toss is correct, yes or no? Because remember, if the team defers, right, they don't win the coin toss, technically. Because if the team defers, they don't win the coin toss. So if the Chiefs, they call tails, hits tails, and they defer, that technically means they didn't win the coin toss.
Damn.
I don't know about
Most
that.
teams do defer, so
that's why team calling the coin toss is correct. I'm gonna say no because, like I said, I think the Chiefs are gonna call heads and it's gonna be tails. I guess deferring would be winning because you're you're deferring the opening kickoff.
Yeah, you're just picking which you're gonna be taking. Yeah, I'm with that. I'll say no as well.
I guess if
I'm not gonna bet it, but
yeah. Well, I mean, I honestly, if you think the Chiefs are gonna win the coin toss, then you might as well say that the team calling it is correct. I mean, you might as well bet both because they're calling the coin toss, or vice versa, right?
Yep.
Interesting current events. All right, let's move on to some other props. Let's move on to some kicking props here. So Kansas City field goals over under 1.5 here. Field goals, this doesn't count extra points.
Yeah.
How many field goals you think is going to be made?
Yeah, over under 1.5.
Over.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go under here because Kansas City, they score a lot of touchdowns.
Butker kicks a lot of field goals though. In his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games, he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of his last 11. He's had more than 2 field goals or 2 or more.
Yeah, give me the over.
Let's see. I'm gonna go to the playoff stats right now.
Against the Bengals, he had 3 field goals. Against the Jaguars, he had 2.
He's 5 for 5 in the last 2 games. So yeah, I mean, I guess, I'll change that. I'll go with over since it's at 1.5.
Yeah, I kind of like, and at minus 105, I think that's pretty good value.
Yeah.
Now Jake Elliott for the Eagles, this is an interesting one because him, I kind of lean under because, as you know, Nick Sirianni likes to go for it on 4th down a lot, especially in opponent territory. And I mean him, he's had a lot of 1 field goal games. Last game only kicked 1 field goal. It was at the end of the game too when it was over. Same with the Giants. The game was over, kicked a field goal. The last game of the season against the Giants, he kicked 5 field goals though. But I mean, he has a lot of 1 field goal games. Like, he doesn't kick a ton of field goals.
Yeah, I think you're right. They're gonna have to go for it, knowing that Kansas City's gonna put up a lot of points.
Yeah, I mean, you have to kind of play that way, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, Nick Sirianni already does kind of coach that way too. So I like Jake Elliott under 1.5, and I like Butker over 1.5.
I can definitely see that happening.
Longest field goal scored over under 47.5. The under 47.5 is juiced to minus 125.
I'm gonna go under because I think if both of these offenses do get stopped, it's gonna probably be in the red zone. I don't see a long field goal this. It could be like a long one right before the half, drive down before the 2-minute warning, kick a 50-yarder,
or at the end of the game here.
Yeah,
to win it.
And it's over under 1.5.
No, over under 47.5 for the longest field goal.
Oh, I'll go over.
I'm going over here.
Yeah, I kind of lean over too. I mean, both these guys have kicked over 55 yards before.
And I think Butker is good from like 61, 62, right?
He's kicked a 62 before, but last week last week I know there was wind, or not last week. Yeah, it was last week. I know there was like wind involved, but like, you know, they were saying he was only going to be good from like 45 and in.
Well, that must have been some hell of a win. It must have been a headwind.
So plus you're in a
well, this is pretty interesting, dude.
Yeah.
Since November 20th, he only has one kick over 45 yards. Two kicks over 45 yards that he's made.
Yeah, but we know he's probably the next best kicker to our boy. Ravens. Can't think of his name.
Justin Tucker. Oh, shout out to the Ravens. That 30 for 30 dropped today. I heard it's pretty good. Yeah, I do want to see that. Mm-hmm. Jake Elliott, not known for his big leg at all.
Yeah.
So I think if you're betting this, you're really banking on Butker to kick
it. Because I know even the Eagles, because I think as soon as they cross midfield, it's 4-down territory from then on.
Yep, I agree. I lean the over in this. I like the Butker over and Elliott under more so than that one. Mm-hmm. All right, here's a good one. Any field goal or extra point attempt to hit an upright or crossbar, no minus 574, yes plus 410.
You gotta take yes at plus 410.
Yeah, so it's an extra point. You know, them things are since they moved that thing back has been pretty unpredictable at times.
What's the odds of hitting the crossbar though? It's not or the upright. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, but I mean, there's just absolutely no value in taking no. So if you're, I probably wouldn't bet this one because it's such an odd situation. But I mean, you take plus 410, you're quadrupling your money.
Yeah, you see, then somebody bet that Mara would miss an extra point or a field goal. I think it was an extra point.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
It was like plus 600.
The person came up.
Yep.
That shit was crazy. It sucked too because I bet him to go under 1.5 field goals and he kicked fucking 2 field goals, of course. Fucking cocksucker. Anyways, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't bet this one, but I also lean the no more than I do the yes, even at the value. Like I would lay 570 minus 574 before I would take plus 410 if that makes any sense. But I'm not gonna do it, obviously. Yeah. Plus my lean. All right. First touchdown score. So we have the jersey number one. I'm gonna ask you. We're gonna do the first touchdown score, and then we'll go to the jersey number because obviously, whoever we think the first touchdown scorer is gonna correlate to the jersey number one. So first touchdown score, we got Miles Sanders at 6-1, so plus 600. Jalen Hurts plus 650. Travis Kelce plus 700. Isaiah Pacheco plus 900. AJ Brown plus 950. Jerick McKinnon plus 1100. Dallas Goedert plus 1100. Devontae Smith plus 1300. Kadarius Toney plus 1600. Juju plus 1800. Marcus Valdez-Scantling plus 18. And then we got a lot of long shots coming up. So Boston Scott plus 2,500. Kenneth Gainwell plus 2,500. Patrick Mahomes plus 3,000. Defense plus 3,000. Sky Moore plus 3,400. Justin Watson plus 3,500. Quez Watkins plus 4,000. And I think a lot of these ones deeper are not going to happen, so I won't even go through them. But what do you guys think about first touchdown scorer?
Well, I got Kenneth Gainwell winning the MVP at plus 18,000. So I gotta sprinkle a little bit on that plus 2,500 for him to score the first touchdown.
Yeah, I mean that's
realistically though, I'm gonna go because you got to think we have Kansas City losing the coin toss, which means Philly would defer, so they're gonna have
ball
the first Kansas City is going to have the first, attempt at this. So I'm going to go Travis Kelce at
No,
700.
if we think the Eagle, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So they would
Yeah.
have the ball first. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going Travis Kelce.
Yeah. Which would be over jersey number.
The Eagles are 6th in DVOA against tight ends.
Yep.
They're 24th. They're 24th against running backs. I like Jerick McKinnon plus 1100. And as we'll get into in our next show on Tuesday, I like a lot of Jerick McKinnon props receiving wise because I think he's going to be a big part of their offense for the Super Bowl. So at plus 1100, I think there's great value. The other one, the Eagles against third wide receivers, so slot receivers, they're 22nd DVOA. So I think Juju Smith could be a good play here at plus 1800.
And MVS too.
Well, MVS is their deep threat. He's going to take the top off.
Yeah, but they did line him up. They did line him up in the slot a good amount of times against the Bengals.
Bengals, yeah, he played a hell of a game. Can he go back to back?
I think he can. They just gotta give him a shot.
Yep. I think he's going to be huge because I think the Eagles are going to be focused on Travis Kelce. They're going to make Patrick Mahomes go elsewhere.
Yeah.
So I kind of like Jerick McKinnon plus 1100, and on the Eagles side, the Kansas City Chiefs, 31st DVOA against number 1 wide receivers. However, Jalen Hurts has not looked good throwing the ball in the last 2 games. He could still very well be hurt with that shoulder. AJ Brown hasn't really been effective. He might be a little banged up. Obviously, they get a week, but I would go. I'd either go Miles Sanders at plus 600, which is a short shot, which I don't really like taking for first touchdown scorers, or I would go AJ Brown plus 950.
What about Dallas Goedert?
Yeah, plus 1100.
I mean,
I don't think that's a bad
Kansas City
choice there
against tight ends. They are 19th. I mean, Goddard's a good one, especially
when they don't run it on the goal line. I know he looks for Goddard a lot when they get in the red zone.
Yeah, his receivers basically only catch touchdowns when they're like 30 yards out. Once they get in the red zone, it's either Hurts, running back, or Goddard.
Yep.
So I think, even Jalen Hurts might be a good play there.
True. What's his?
Actually, never mind. Plus 650.
Yeah.
He's a second short shot. Miles Sanders and him are both tied.
Shit, go Mahomes. QB sneak it in from the 1 or the 2.
There's zero chance.
3,000.
There's zero chance they're running a QB sneak.
That's true, especially with that ankle.
They'll probably QB sneak it with Kelce or something, or Noah Gray,
or the backup tight end. What's his name?
Noah Gray.
I think they scored a couple of touchdowns doing that.
Noah Gray plus 4,400.
Yeah, take a shot there. So that leads me to the question: jersey number of first touchdown score, over under 11.5.
Over.
Yeah, I'm going over.
Plus money. Jersey number of last touchdown score, over under 11.5.
Over. Because I see last touchdown is either going to be scored by Kelce or Mahomes.
Basically any
any skill player, any wide receiver. I don't think a running back gonna score the last touchdown.
But all the Eagles skill players are all under 11.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith's number 2, AJ Brown's number 11, so that's under 11.5 right there. Kenneth Gainwell's 14, Miles Sanders 24, Godaire's obviously over. Jalen Hurts number 2.
Yeah. Hurts is 2. So damn, that's a good shot. It could be under.
I'm still going
and
over.
for KC, you really only have Juju that's under, and
Pacheco.
Pacheco.
Pacheco's
wait, no, 11? What's the name? Oh yeah, they gave Pacheco Hill's number. He number 10.
Yeah,
10. Okay.
What about McKinnon? McKinnon's number 1.
Oh, that's right. He is number 1. That is true. Damn, first TD score, I'd go under. Man, I might take under 11.5 on both of them, to be honest. There's a lot more under 11.5 numbers than there is over. Watch it be a fucking defensive touchdown.
Yeah, it's plus 3,000.
All right, let's move into some of these other ones. So, Kansas City to score in each quarter. Yes is plus 199. No minus 265.
To score a touchdown in each quarter, or just a field goal.
Just any points.
Just any points in each
Yeah,
quarter.
I think because I know like a couple years back, the Super Bowl would start off like super slow.
Yeah.
We'll be lucky to get a couple touchdowns before halftime. But yeah, I think this is gonna be. I think they're gonna score every quarter. Minimum a field goal.
What do you think, Ben?
I don't want to look back at these two games that they had. Cincinnati and Jacksonville. I don't think they put up points in every quarter.
Well, against Cincy, they scored 10 in the first quarter, 3 in the second, and then they scored 7 in the third and 3 in the. So fourth, they did score.
What about
I think did the Jags, did they not score in the third quarter?
I'm pulling that game up right now.
Let me see your total offense by quarter.
Loading. Yeah, they scored in every quarter for that game as well.
Okay.
But I'd also say Philly's defense is better than both Jacksonville and I'd say Cincinnati's right there.
Yeah. Philadelphia, fifth in first quarter points, first in second quarter points, 12.4.
And then they drop off.
Yeah, and then they're not a very good second half team. In the third quarter, averaging 4.7 points per game. And in the fourth quarter, they're averaging, let's see here, Philadelphia. They're averaging 5.9 in the fourth quarter. Kansas City averaging 6.4 in the fourth quarter. In the first quarter, they're averaging 5.4. Them and the Eagles are basically tied in the first quarter. What else we got? Second quarter. I think the Chiefs are one of the better second quarter teams. Let me see here. Yeah, Kansas City 10.1 points in the second quarter.
I'm gonna go Kansas City, yes.
Philly, no.
Yeah. Philly usually schemes to miss a quarter.
So Kansas City minus 265 for no. Eagles minus 224. So you're getting good value there, I think.
Yeah.
What do you think, Irv?
Yeah, I think they score every quarter.
So then we don't think that any quarter will end scoreless.
No.
Nah.
That's minus 724 and for no. So not really a ton of value there, but I mean if you're very confident, then you could make some money there, like $724 to win 100. Lowest scoring quarter. So first quarter plus 186, second quarter plus 550, third quarter plus 210, fourth quarter plus 550, and for there to be a tie plus 450 for the lowest scoring quarter. What do you guys think? I think the first quarter is going to be the lowest scoring because the Super Bowl always starts out slow.
Yeah, probably like 7-3, 7-7.
Nah, 7-7 is high scoring. There's going to be like a 7-0, 3-0 quarter, I think.
I'm going to go third quarter. Philly usually comes out slow in the second half.
That's a good point. What do you think, Irv?
I'll agree with Ben.
Third quarter.
I'm going to go first quarter plus 186. All right. Here's another prop I like. Kansas City to score first and win. No is minus 289. Yes is plus 228. Eagles, no minus 242. Yes plus 192.
I think we have to go Kansas City. Yes. because we have them getting the ball first.
I think it's going to be important for Kansas City to get a lead early.
Mm.
Because
that's going to be key.
Yeah.
Force Philly to play.
Because if they fall behind. Oh, go ahead, Ben.
Oh, no, I was just going to say force Philly to play from behind, which they haven't done much.
Yep.
Especially in that second half.
True.
Yep. I think it's going to be important for Kansas City to get out to a lead. So I think that, the way I think the game for Kansas City to win should play out, I would say yes, but I also think the same thing for the Eagles. Like, the Eagles need to take control of the game because, they're not very good at playing from behind.
Yeah.
So they're definitely going to want to take control of the game early.
Yep.
So, I mean, honestly, I don't think it's a bad option to play both of them. You know what I mean?
To play both is yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, longest drive, Kansas City minus 114, Eagles minus 106. So Eagles favored for longest drive.
Yeah, because if it's a long drive, the Eagles going to have a couple penalties go their way. It's going to extend the drive. And same thing could happen with KC, but I think it's more likely to happen with the Eagles.
So Kansas City, actually, they're number 1 in net yards per drive. Philly right behind them, though, number 2.
I just don't know. I'm going to stay away from this one because I don't know what Philly's going to do playoff-wise because they had short field all of last week, and against the Giants team, I mean, they had some short fields as well. So, I just don't know how they're going to if they're going to have those, how long it's going to take them.
I lean Chiefs here just because they're one of the best third down teams in the league. So because of that, they're first in third and fourth down. The Eagles are sixth. So I'm gonna take Kansas City here minus 114. Now the longest drive. Now longest drive by time, Eagles minus 116, Chiefs minus 105. Now this is one where the Eagles like to run the ball, so they're gonna chew up a lot more clock. So I lean the Eagles in the longest drive by time.
Yeah.
Chiefs longest drive by yards.
Definitely agree with the time one.
What do you think, Irv?
Well, you said the Chiefs are number 1, so I'm gonna ride with number 1, not number 2.
There you go. All right. Will either team have a successful 2-point conversion? So Chiefs, no, minus 675. Yes, plus 450. Eagles to have a successful 2-point conversion, no, minus 625. Yes, plus 400.
Eagles, yes. That's just the type of team that they are. They take those chances just like fourth down conversions. So
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I could see them going for a 2-point conversion just to get more points, knowing that they have to score more points.
Yeah.
Irv?
Kansas City, I don't think so.
Yeah, because Eagles are aggressive. Andy is a little conservative at times.
Yep.
So,
Agreed.
What's the Eagles coach named Sirianni?
Yep.
Yeah, he rides that edge of.
Works out for him though. It's worked out for him this year.
Yep. I know, that's what I'm saying. Is it gonna come back to bite him this game, or is it gonna continue to work out for him? So it's gonna be interesting to watch.
It is. And then our last prop of the night, Gatorade bath. So orange plus 250, blue plus 300, clear plus 600, purple plus 800, no Gatorade bath plus 400. So that could be like water or just nothing at all. Yellow, green, lime plus 200 and red, pink plus 750.
Give me orange.
What do you think, Ben?
I'm looking up the last ones.
It's either orange or red because those are the 2 most popular Gatorades.
3 of the last 4 have been blue.
Yeah, blue was last year.
Orange. Kansas City has orange though.
Yeah, but that was that year. I feel like this is a yellow kind of year, dude. I don't know why.
Eagles had yellow in 2018.
Well, hopefully that don't. What? When was the last clear one?
2017.
Clear might be the
2013 was the one before that. It's either orange or blue.
Like how many colored Gatorades do they have on the sidelines? They got to have multiple colors.
Oh wait. I'm sorry. None
have been
was
clear.
2017 and 2013. Clear, you have to go back to 2008, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4 years in a row.
Oh wow!
But yeah, there were none. There wasn't a Gatorade bath in 2017.
I'm gonna go orange because there hasn't been orange in a while.
It's
orange or yellow.
I'm gonna go orange and blue.
Orange or blue?
Yeah.
Or if you're going orange?
Yeah, I'm gonna go orange.
Let's go. Let's get it. All right. Well, that's the show for tonight.
No, we gotta talk Kyrie.
Oh yeah. So before we get out of here, let's talk some Kyrie Irving. We got a couple minutes. Kyrie gets traded to the Dallas Mavericks for a package of Spencer Dinwiddie, Darian Finney-Smith, and a first-round draft pick. Who won the trade? What's your takeaways on the trade?
I mean, I don't think either team won this trade.
I just think it sucks that owners don't let the GMs do their job and they step in when it comes to certain teams.
Well, did you see Joe Tsai, his main goal in Kyrie was not to trade him to his preferred landing spot, which was Phoenix.
So that means no, it was the Lakers.
Oh, it was Lakers. Okay, Phoenix
so
reportedly. Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So basically, no matter what the Lakers offered, Joe Tsai was not letting the Kyrie go to the Lakers.
Mm-hmm. I saw Phoenix offered Chris Paul, Jay Crowder, and picks.
Yeah. That was definitely the better of the offers, in my opinion. Yeah. That's crazy to me because this is the same thing that happened with DeMar DeRozan trade with Kawhi Leonard. You know, Pop took the worst of the deal. You know, he could have had Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo Ball, and draft picks and swaps, and instead he took Jakob Poeltl, DeMar DeRozan, and some draft picks, and that didn't work out. You know what I mean? So this is another similar situation. Like when you handicap yourself to, I don't want to trade him here because of a personal emotional attachment. You're handcuffing yourself, and you're only gonna fuck yourself, dude. And for a guy like Joe Tsai, who's an intelligent human being, dude.
Yeah, plus, and a new owner at the same time, but that would make me question: are you really committed to winning, or you just want to get back at this guy because he don't want to be on your team no more?
Yep.
And coming out saying, well, also go ahead.
The fact that the Nets are like leaking all these trade offers, teams aren't going to want to work with them in the future.
Yeah, and it came out now that they're aggressively pursuing trade options to build around KD to entice him to stay.
Yeah, they gotta attach some of those draft picks a year to Ben Simmons, dude.
Yeah, good luck with that because I think KD wants out pretty soon.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't think this season.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it won't be before this trade deadline, but I can definitely see him getting traded during the offseason.
Probably.
I don't think it's a good deal for Dallas.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, so it's a win-win for Dallas because only way they would actually lose if Kyrie doesn't re-sign with them in free agency.
Yeah, I think it works out for Dallas because the West is wide open, and while Dallas isn't going to be great defensively, it might not matter because they're going to be so good and dynamic offensively. that it might make up. Because I mean, who's their biggest obstacle in the West? Denver. They're not good defensively
at all.
You know, so it's like,
yeah, but I think there's going to be a lot of friction. I don't think this is a good deal for Dallas. I mean, they got the better player, but I don't think this is what Dallas needs. They don't need another ball handler who wants the ball every single play.
But Luka's been asking for one because he doesn't.
Luka needs a number 2. He doesn't need the same thing as him.
Kyrie's played well with LeBron off the ball. He's played well with KD off the ball. I mean, he's been able to do it. You know, Kyrie's game is adaptable, right? He's one of the most, honestly, he's one of the most gifted offensive players in the league. Whether you like him or hate him, he is. You know,
it's no denying his talent. Now, everything else outside of basketball, you just got to deal with it in the peculiar way because he's not your run-of-the-mill regular athlete. He has a mind of his own. He's going to speak his mind. He don't care what the media thinks about him. He's not going to let anybody define him as a person. Because like he said, I wouldn't compare the media to peasants, but he's his own man. So,
yep.
But when it comes to just on the court talent, he's a top 5 talent for sure. His finishing, his dribbling, his shooting is just there's no flaws in his game offensively. And when he wants to, he could be a pretty damn good defender too. So
yep. It'll be interesting how it works out, but
yeah.
You know, the Mavs, you probably gotta put them up there, you know, right? Honestly, I'd put them in front of Memphis right now because Memphis is just in a downward spiral.
Yeah, Memphis they got some issues. And it probably hasn't leaked out yet, but I'm pretty sure they have some type of issues in that locker room.
Yep.
There's no way you go from playing the type of basketball that they was playing to losing the way that they are now. And they've been losing to some teams that they have no business losing to.
Yeah, they've been losing to some bad teams. So
yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how it works out. My Nuggets future though looking pretty nice, dude. I will say, plus 1600.
The Jokic in the playoffs, man, there's just something about him. He don't rise to the occasion.
Yeah, but the thing that the fact Dallas, you probably would say is the number 2 team now with Kyrie and Luka.
And it's crazy because if the Warriors get healthy, that experience always plays a part too. So
they can't win on the road though.
Gonna be back.
Yes,
took another big injury.
Yeah, they said Steph might be out for could be weeks, could be a month or 2. So
yeah, I heard 2 months. They're expecting him to be out past the All-Star break.
Well, the All-Star break's in like 2 weeks
for sure.
Yeah, when I saw today, they said between 3 and 6 weeks.
Okay.
Whew. Jeez. All right.
Let's go, yo.
Let's get some. Do we have best bets for tomorrow? For Monday?
I didn't look at any.
Yeah, I haven't looked at nothing. But you got NBA, NHL, and college basketball tomorrow.
I got Kansas, Texas, over 146.5. This is gonna be played at Lawrence in Fog Island Fieldhouse. Kansas, honestly, 3 of the most gifted offensive players in the Big 12. I expect them to come out firing all cylinders, especially coming off a loss against Iowa State. I also like Northern Colorado +1 at home against Weber State. Northern Colorado's lost 9 of their last 11, but they are coming off 3 straight road games, so I do think this is a big spot. And Weber State is going to be playing their 4th straight road game, so I think it's a good spot for Northern Colorado. Market's really down on them. And I also like the Warriors -4.5 tomorrow against the Oklahoma City Thunder. I know Steph is out. The market's adjusted to it. The Warriors are one of the best home teams at home. I'm expecting a big game from Jordan Poole, Dante DiVincenzo. Aaron Wiggins has to step up. All right, so I like the Warriors -4.5 tomorrow. 3 bets for y'all.
How was your beer?
It was good, man. It was good. How was yours?
Mine was great. I usually don't get to drink these these
smoothie sours.
Yeah, the smoothie sours. So, and this one was great quality, great taste. It wasn't overly sweet, it wasn't overly strawberry, had a good kind of balance to it, and wasn't that tart to be tart. So I'd give it a 4.5.
Hell yeah. Love it, man. I love it. I'll give mine about 4.5 out of 5 too, Ben. How was that McDonald's Coke?
Everybody. Use promo code Taproom, get $10 off. That's 2 free beers.
Yep.
Or 1 really fucking nice beer.
Yep. Promo code Taproom, Tavour.com, or download the Tavour app. Help us help you. You help us. Let's go. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Make sure to tap in on Tuesday night, 9:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, twitch.tv/Taproom Sports. We'll be back. We'll be breaking down the player props. And then we'll be back on Saturday night, probably around after college basketball wraps up, because my focus will be elsewhere until then. And then we'll break down last minute games. We'll have more injury reports, etc. So we'll have a lot more to talk about, last minute stuff. We'll get prepared for the big game, man. I'm very excited for the week. I hope everybody else has a phenomenal week as we head into the Super Bowl. We'll see y'all on Tuesday. Have a blessed Monday. Let's get this money. Let's go.